Hi, friends, and a very pleasant good evening as we come to you from Helling Stadium, Elwood City, Pennsylvania, where tonight the Beaver Falls Tigers have traveled to Elwood City. We have senior night, and we're going to start that off with senior Caden Dacio. Caden is escorted by his parents, Ken and Karen Dacio. He's played for 4 years as outside linebacker, and his future plans are to attend a four-year university to finance. Mr. Caden Dacio. Next is Luciano Gagrick. Luciano escorted by his parents Walter Gagrick and Roxanne Fodia. He's played 4 years as a linebacker running back for the Wolverines, and he plans to attend college to study business management. Next up is Joshua Gilchrist. Joshua is escorted by Rhonda and Melissa Gilchrist. He's played for 4 years as a wide receiver, and his future plans are to attend a trade school and a real estate investor. Next up is Declan Gray, escorted by Chris and Erica Gray. Declan's played for 4 years as a strong safety linebacker, wide receiver, and punter. He plans to attend a four-year college to further his academic and athletic career, majoring in business. Declan Gray. Next up is Alex Grinnan. Alex is escorted by John and Susan Grinnan. He's played for 4 years as a tight end and linebacker, and he plans to open a business with his brother. Next up is Caitlin Kreitzer, escorted by her parents Kevin and Pam Kreitzer. She's played for 4 years and has been the kicker for the Elwood City Wolverines. She plans to attend a four-year university to major in elementary education. Next up, Shane Lutz, escorted by Don and his parents Donald and Tara Lutz. He's played for 4 years as the right guard. He plans to attend LSU to major in sports analyst. Shane Lutz. Next up is Logan McClymans. Logan is escorted by Randy McClymans and Aaron Warner. He's played 4 years and has been the center for the Wolverines. His future plans is he's undecided. Next up, Elijah Palmer McCain, escorted by Joe and Joyce Woody and Kaylin Palmer. He's been a running back for 4 years, and he plans to attend a college and major in accounting and play football. Number 2 for the Wolverines, Mr. Elijah Palmer McCain. Next, Gavin Partridge, escorted by Brian and Jamie Partridge. He's been a wide receiver and a safety for the past 4 years for Elwood City. He plans to attend trade school and HVAC. Mr. Gavin Partridge. Next up is Dante Pierce, escorted by Craig Pierce and Jennifer Thompson. He's played 4 years as cornerback and running back, and he plans to join the Air Force and become an air traffic controller. Mr. Dante Pierce. Next up is Trenton Schilling, escorted by Darren and Nicole Schilling. He's played 4 years as safety for the Wolverines. He plans to attend culinary school. Trenton Schilling. Next up, Maddox Singer, escorted by Becky Rue and Russ Forsyth. He's been an offensive tackle, defensive tackle for 4 years. He plans to attend a four-year university to major in chemical engineering. Mr. Maddox Singer. Next up is Christopher Smiley. Christopher is being escorted by Chris Smiley and Holly Ann Smiley. Playing quarterback for 4 years at Elwood City. He plans to attend a 4-year college to major in criminal justice and play football. Christopher has a special gift tonight presented by his Meemaw Rose, who could not be here tonight. A very beautiful football that I got to see before the game. So thank you to Meemaw Rose and Papa Kevin for the football. Next up is Evan Twiddell, escorted by Joseph and Lauren Twiddell. Played 4 years as left guard and defensive end for the Wolverines. He plans to attend 4-year college to major in engineering and continue his athletic career. Mr. Evan Twiddell. Next up is Mason Walters. Mason is escorted by Brian and Michelle Walters. Played 3 years for the Wolverines, and he plans to attend school to become an electrician. Mr. Mason Walters. And that is your football seniors, 16 of them this year, representing your Elwood City Wolverines class of 2025. On to the cheerleaders. First up, Alexia Barnhart, escorted by Chad and Laura Barnhart. She's been the captain flyer for 4 years for the Wolverines. She plans to attend a 4-year college to major in elementary education. Next up is Madeline Lisco. Madeline is escorted by her parents, Richard and Wendy Lisco. Been 4 years with cheer as a captain and base. She plans to attend Carlisle University for cardiovascular perfusion. Madeline Lisco. Next up, Miss Holly Palmer. Holly is being escorted by Doug and Aaron Palmer. She's been in cheer for 4 years, and she plans to attend a 4-year college to major in radiology. Sierra Penagua, escorted by Pedro and Jamie Penagua. She's been in cheer for 4 years as a flyer, and she plans also to attend Carlisle University for cardiovascular perfusion. Sierra Penagua. Next up is Ava Robbins, escorted by Adam and Amanda Robbins, 4-year member of the cheer squad as a captain and base. She plans to attend University of Pittsburgh to major in economics. Next up is Zane Stoker, escorted by Megan Stoker and John Miles. He's been 1 year member of cheer as the mascot. He's also in the band as a 3-year baritone player. Plans on going back to Virginia to study cybersecurity and software development. Zane Stoker. And next up is Ariana Wierzinski, escorted by her father, Jonathan Wierzinski. She's been 4 years with cheer as a flyer. Next up, we'll have the marching band, and Dakota is going to take care of that.
So only one senior that we haven't already mentioned for marching band, and that's going to be Trenton Larry. Trenton is escorted by his parents, Sam and Renee Larry. He's a 3-year member of the drumline, and his future plans are to attend Geneva College to major in accounting. Trenton Larry.
Zane Stoker, escorted by Megan Stoker and John Miles. She's been 3 years and played the baritone. and he plans to return to Virginia to study cybersecurity software development. Also the mascot, Zane Stoker. We'll move now on to boys golf. Now with the golf team, we have Mr. Sam Landis, escorted by Brad and Shannon Landis. He's been in golf for 1 year, and he plans to attend a 4-year university to major in sports management. Next up, for girls golf, Shaylin Freed, escorted by Spencer and Tracy Freed, and she's been with the golf team for 2 years. Next up is Romy Westland. Romy is escorted by Evan Westland and Kristen Westland. She's been a part of the girls' golf team for 3 years, and her future plans are to attend Kent State University to study fashion merchandising. Next up, we'll have cross country. We'll have the cross country, and first coming across for cross country is Bradley Custer. He is escorted by Matthew Custer and Kristen Custer. He's been with the cross country for 4 years, and he plans to attend college to major in engineering. Next is Kaylin Hamilton. Kaylin is escorted by her parents, Dave and Stacy Hamilton. She's ran cross country for 1 year. Her future plans are to attend a 4-year university to major in engineering. Miss Kaylin Hamilton. Next is Drew Steffler, escorted by Dave and Michelle Steffler. He's ran cross country for 3 years, and he's also the captain of the cross country team. He plans to attend a 4-year college to major in accounting and run cross country and track. Mr. Drew Steffler. And that is our cross country team, seniors. Next up is girls tennis. First up is Sophia Agnew, escorted by Travis and Jennifer Agnew. She's been 3 years, second in doubles, and is a co-captain of the girls tennis team. She plans to attend a 4-year university to major in biology. Sophia Agnew. Next up is Tessa Felino. Tessa is being escorted by her parents, Jim and Jill Felino. She's played tennis for 4 years. She's also the co-captain in her second year as singles. She plans to attend a 4-year college. Neve Paris. She's our exchange student from Italy. She was on the tennis team this year, and she is being escorted by John and Michelle Stitch, her host parents. Her future plans are to attend a university to medicine and surgery to become a plastic surgeon. Miss Neve Paris. And next up is Ariana Salvucci. Ariana being escorted by her parents, Dominic and Francine Salvucci. She has played tennis for 3 years, doing doubles. She plans to attend Slippery Rock University to major in early childhood education and special education. Miss Ariana Salvucci. And that wraps up the girls' tennis team, as well as all of our senior players and some of our fall sports. What a great group of young men and women we got to introduce here tonight. We'll introduce ourselves, Thad Sturgeon, alongside Brad Windhorst and Dakota Marshall on camera. Beautiful night for football. And we're going to take a quick break here. We're about 14 minutes away from kickoff. We'll be back in a few minutes, folks. Sit right there, and we'll bring you tonight's game. Welcome back, folks, here to Helling Stadium. What a beautiful night for football it is. Every night's a beautiful night, but beautiful weather here tonight. That cool, crisp in the air for this senior night. Hope you got to see our senior night festivities there just a little bit ago. We got a football game tonight. Thad Sturgeon alongside Brad Windhorst and Dakota Marshall on camera for this big section matchup. The 96th meeting between the Beaver Falls Tigers.
Yes. Good.
Beaver Falls Tigers and the Elwood City Wolverines. If you're a long-time listener, you get that joke. Like I said, 96 meeting between these two teams. First meeting was back in 1907. 1908?
No. 97th.
97. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, 97th
We've
meeting.
had 96.
We've had 96. This is the 97th meeting. I got confused there a little bit in my own notes.
Good.
But
all good.
all good. Historic night here, folks. Brad, I'll let you go through that.
Yeah, well, with it being the 97th meeting, this is the longest series in Elwood City history in terms of opponents for both these teams. And Beaver Falls has a couple others that are up there, but Elwood versus Beaver Falls for them wise is in their top three. The history that we talked about, we saw it this afternoon on our social media accounts. There's a lot of things that can happen in the next, 60-some minutes from now. In reality, we're talking about 2.5, 3 hours.
Right.
In those 3 hours, we could see a team for the third time in school history since 1907 go undefeated at 9-0. And in fact, that would match those other two teams in 1925 and 1944, both being undefeated in the regular season, 9-0. It's also the first time in 27 years that there's a chance to not only, which we do have a share of the section, we can win it outright with a win and victory tonight, as we defeated Western Beaver a couple weeks back. So the only way that they can share it with us if they win tonight, and we would lose. That's 27 years, 1997. And our athletic director, Kurt Agostinelli, was coaching that team along with Scott Timmerman. That was a big team back in 97. A really good squad there at 8-2 as well. Tonight, also on top of that, for the 24 years from now, in the past, 2000, in the year 2000, Elwood City hosted a playoff game here at Helling Stadium. That could be broken in just 2 weeks, and we can kind of foreshadow what the projections are for brackets, but we're going to leave it to the experts tomorrow at 3 o'clock. Is when their show will be on. They'll announce all the bracketology on KDKA. They'll have their live YouTube channel and on the radio. But we kind of have an idea that Elwood will be hosting a game 2 weeks from now. That will break a 24-year record all the way back. The first playoff game since 2000 held at Helling Stadium.
And all them records are being broken because of the team that Elwood City and Coach Dan Bradley has put on the field. Senior night, and Brad, we've been doing this 7 years now, and I kind of get pretty emotional on these senior nights because you think about these players, these cheer, these band, the hours that they put on this field, the practice field behind us, in that weight room directly beside us, and it's all coming a little different this year because we know it's not the last game. There's been a lot of years we've been doing this where you didn't have a winning record. You didn't go to the playoffs. Last year we did go to the playoffs, going after an 11-year route as the players are getting ready to take the field. But an awesome team here that's getting lots of buzz all about the WPIL and state, ranked number 5 in the state this week as they find themselves in there. But at senior night, what a great night, an emotional night. Talking to some of the parents, that bittersweet, it's going to happen. You got years to prepare for it. And then when it's the day of, it hits,
it hits a little bit something else.
A little bit harder at home. Another thing tonight, 49 yards away is Elijah Palmer McCain, the feature running back for the Wolverines, to eclipse that 4,000-yard mark. And here comes the Wolverines on this senior night, carrying the EC flag and the American flag. Gilchrist there carrying the American flag, and Dante Pierce, who in his future plans as senior is going to go into the Air Force. Gotta love that. I'm sure his parents are more than proud. And Dante carrying that American flag, rather fitting for a young man looking to go in to serve in our armed forces. Beaver Falls hate to say it, but kind of like, oh, how the mighty have fallen. The team that won the WPIAL last year went to the semifinals for states, but believe they've been in the WPIL for 3 of the last 4 years.
You want to talk about emotional last year, a 9-6 record. They lost their first 3 games. Everybody were talking about them, thinking, oh, boy, is Beaver Falls down. They come back and, like you said, Thad, they made it all the way to the Whitfield Championship and won it.
Right, and I think I give Beaver Falls a lot of credit because them first 3 games was not against 2A schools.
No, it was not.
They are not afraid to take on the Central Valleys. They're not afraid to step up there, kind of get a little moxie for them players, and lost a lot of good players last year, lost a lot of seniors last year to graduation. This year, new head coach coming in, Jim Mooney, a team that's coming in winless, and if they've scored, I tried telling you, I think 52 points or give or take.
And Jim Mooney has an idea. He has a plan. Yes, this year, unfortunately, did not unfold the way he wanted it to, but he's been part of the program. He was an assistant coach last year, just fell right into the ropes, taking over that role at the head coach. I think you and I, Thad, are on the same page on this. Don't underestimate this Beaver Falls team, not only tonight, but moving forward.
Right, moving forward. A lot of freshmen on this team, and Beaver Falls has that long history down there. They have that ability to reload.
Yeah.
They're not going to go 11 years without making the playoffs. They're not going to go 24 years without hosting a playoff game. Luckily for the Wolverines this year, they're catching these Beaver Falls in that, we'll call it, rebuilding year. Captains for tonight, Miss Caitlin Kreitzer, along with Luciano Gradgrick, Chris Smiley, and Elijah Palmer McCain for the Wolverines. All seniors out there, quite fitting to do this tonight. So just about a minute away here from kickoff. Fall sports winding down, but things are still rolling. We got some highlights from our track team. I'll definitely get into that a little bit later. Girls volleyball won their round in volleyball action earlier this week against Charleroi, and got to take care of business tomorrow against the number 1 seed Quaker Valley. Beaver Falls has won the toss, and they're going to defer, so Elwood City will be receiving, moving right to left on your screening device.
So I think that's only the second time all year that Elwood has not won the coin toss. It's been usually in favor of Elwood a lot.
So with that will be moments. So Palmer McCain and kicking off will be number 28, Antonio Frederick. Final week of the regular season, moments away from kicking off. Here's the run up and the kick. And kick taken there at about the 21-yard line by Dom Hogue. Makes a man miss, jukes up the middle. He got some blockers, and a nice return from the 21 out to about the 37-yard line. Going to be a 16-yard pickup for junior Dom Hogue, who had a game last week, catching the ball.
27 with the tackle, Brad.
So number 27 there for the Tigers. That's Marshawn Williams on the tackle.
So Wolverine setting up that offense with Chris Smiley leading the charge. Chris coming into the game with over 1,035 pass yards, 10 TDs, and only 5 interceptions. Got Elijah Palmer came behind him. Ball goes to Elijah. Up the middle he goes. And he's at the 40. Oh, and a saving tackle. If you're a Beaver Falls fan, is number 4, Zajon McKelvey, wrapped him up by the feet. If he wouldn't have done that, we'd be celebrating a touchdown right now. Goes all the way from the 37 to the 36-yard line. A 27-yard gain for Elijah Palmer again to start off this game. Handoff to Luciano Gagrick. Up the middle he goes. And falls his way forward. Going to be close to the first down marker. He's going to be about a yard short. as number 53 was in there with a tackle, Terrence Banks. Right now, that offensive line of the Wolverines, just 2 plays in, has really showed some stuff there.
Yeah. 2 carries, 36 yards. We'll take that.
Here comes Smiley, back to pass. The lefty looks, going deep down there, got his man wide open. Oh, and he missed. He had Daylon Curie, and Daylon just got turned a little bit, could not get his mitts on the ball. He had some space between him and the defensive back for Beaver Falls. Ball falls incomplete. Going to bring up a 3rd down and 1.
And I like that from the Wolverines. Take a shot. Why not? 2nd down and 1. You might as well try to go deep, catch him off guard.
Yes, you may. Chris Smiley now wide out to the left, 1 to the right. Hand off Elijah. Needs the yard for the 1st down. Got that. Not a whole lot more. Trying to move the pile. Officials not real quick on blowing the whistle, but he needed 1. Got about 3 down to the 22-yard line. Got a gang tackle there.
And that's why you don't mind throwing that ball, because you know you got Elijah Palmer came back there.
Malachi West, we'll give him credit for leading the charge on there. So 1st and 10, ball on the 23.
They grabbed his foot.
Yeah, and Thad said it. You're right. They didn't blow that whistle right off the bat.
Right. So 3 wide outs to the right, 1 to the left. Elijah Parmakane gets the handoff in the backfield, rolls up the middle at the hash mark, and he's going to get it down about the 11-yard line. Picked up 12 on the play. Zayshawn McKelvey in there for the tackle once again. Wolverine started this drive on the 37-yard line, and everything's been positive yardage other than the incomplete pass. 1st and 10, ball on the 11-yard line. Smiley back to pass, throws it out there. Got number 5, Daylon Curie. Touchdown! The 11-yard hookup from Smiley to Daylon Curie. Daylon, his 5th touchdown on the season. 11-yard catch. Just rolled out of the. He didn't start in the backfield, just kind of settled back there and found his way in to the end zone for the Wolverines touchdown. They go 63 yards in about 6 plays. Now Caitlin Kreitzer on to attempt the extra point. A little muffed on the snap there, and that's going to go nowhere as Dom Hogue was not able to really get the ball placed down. And so the kick extra point does not go. So at 9:31 remaining, it's the Elwood City 6, Beaver Falls Tigers 0. We'll be right back. Welcome back, folks, as the Wolverines scored on their first drive. Extra point did not go. It's 6-0. Caitlin Kreitzer now going to be kicking off. Here's the run up and the kick high. Not a deep kick, but it's going to bounce. Picked up there at the 24-yard line by number 6. Drives his way forward. Did Kenny Jewell the third. Barbario gets up off the bottom of the pile. Be 1st and 10 now for the Beaver Falls Tigers, starting at their 32-yard line. Give Kulo credit in there on that tackle as well. There's a big center out there for Beaver Falls. They start off in the shotgun. He gets the snap, rolls it out there, tries to zig and zag, and nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. Loses 2 yards on the play. Was number 4, Zayshawn McKelvey, taken down there by Declan O'Brien. So loss of 2, going to bring up a 2nd down and 12. As Austin Campbell hands it off. Oh, on the keeper and 8 up there. Drake Davis was in there to meet him. And had some friends with blue jerseys on to get there. Wolverines were in the backfield about as fast as they got that. I don't even think they got the handoff off. So another loss on the play. Down, loss of 5 on the play. Loss of 3.
Yep.
Going to bring up a 2nd and 15. As Austin Campbell.
3rd down.
3rd down. 2 wide outs to the right, 2 to the left. Quick pass out there to number 6. Oh, trickery. He's wide open. He gets the ball, number 11, at the 39-yard line of Elwood City. Keyshawn Jamison took the throw from
number 6.
Kenny Jewell III.
Yep.
So a big gain on that play. Takes it from the 27-yard line all the way out to the 37-yard line.
In fact, there was one thing shortened pregame-wise we were going to say is last week, Beaver Falls had 2 or 3 different trick plays up their sleeves. There you go.
So they get first down there, first down of the night, 1st and 10. Handoff. And met there at the line of scrimmage. Luciano Gagrick led the charge on that. O'Brien was in there to clean him up to make sure he didn't go anywhere as Derek Beck tried going up the middle that time. So really no gain on the play. Going to bring up a 2nd down and 10. As you said, Beaver Falls in the pregame is under first-year head coach Jim Mooney. As now Campbell is in a shotgun. Sends a man in motion. Pitches there to number 4. He loses the handle of the ball. It's on the ground. Fumble! And who got it? The senior captain, Luciano Gagrick. Campbell tried flipping the ball to Zayshawn McKelvey and unable to get that ball. And blue shirts all around it. And Luciano Gagrick said, thank you very much. I'll jump on that. He's got like 3 interceptions on the year. That might be his first fumble recovery. I'll have to go back in the notes and look. Just like that, the Wolverines, after giving up the big play, get the ball back, 1st and 10 from their 46-yard line. Handoff, Luciano Gagrick bounces to the right. Got to see him. Up the middle he goes. And he's going to get down about the 42-yard line. Nice pickup there for Luch. Xavier Clark with the tackle. Going to be a 1st down for the Wolverines. A nice pickup on that 1st down run.
Again, EPM just 6 yards away now officially. The 4,000 in his career.
Smiley back to pass. Got the ball, throws it down there, and he zigged when he wanted to zag.
Yeah.
Ball falls incomplete to Gavin Partridge. Ball falls incomplete. That's going to bring up a 2nd down and 10. As you said, just 6 yards away?
Yep, just 6 yards for Elijah to have 4,000 in his career.
Yep,
and
he broke the all-time
rushing record in the
career
season.
record.
Yep,
in
a career
season.
record. And
that was back at Neshannock, if I recall.
yeah, 3 years in a row, 1,000 yards.
Yep. Smiley now in a shotgun on this 2nd down and 10. Hands off there. No,
Keeper.
He keeps it. And around the right side he goes. Oh, he loses the ball.
It.
Fumble. Who picks it up?
Ooh.
Somebody from Elwood
got
City.
lucky. Yep, I think that may be Curry. Yes, it was.
Yep. Daylon Curie with the heads-up play there as Chris was running down the field. And he kind of got hit blindsided. Ball came out, and Daylon Curie was there to pick it up. But a nice gain on the play of 14 yards Enough for the first down. Going to bring up a first down and 10. Ball on the 29-yard line of Beaver Falls. Little fumblage going on here tonight by both teams. Luckily for the Wolverines, who've only lost like 3 fumbles all season. There's a handoff to Elijah Palmer McCain. Driving them feet forward. Going to get about, really mark it down.
It's the 24. So
5 yards, so 1 yard away.
Yep, just one.
Go ahead. So, handoff there to Elijah. Makes a man miss. Up the middle he goes. He's going to be stopped there at the 19-yard line by a host of Beaver Falls Tigers. And there you have it, folks. Elijah Palmer McCain has eclipsed the 4,000 yards rushing in his football career. It's down and ball just inside the 20-yard line. They just make the official announcement here about the 4,000 yards and a nice ovation by the Elwood City faithful. Now it's actually 3rd and 1. Smiley under center. No one knows what this play is going to be. Oh, this is different. And up off that right side, I believe that was Luciano Gagrick. It was brought down by big number 77, Jacob Jessman. Jessman there, sitting there, a junior, 5'11", 300 pounds, beefy. First down and 10, ball on the 17-yard line. Wolverines in the red zone once tonight. Got to score an 11-yard pass to Daylon Curie.
They've already eclipsed the 100-yard mark in this first quarter.
There's Smiley, hand off to Luch. Luciano Gagrick up the right side into the end zone. Touchdown! Luciano Gagrick with the 17-yard run. Hard. Them first 8 yards were hard running by Luch. And he made them pay by not bringing them down. And into the end zone he goes at the 3:44 mark. Wolverines points off of turnovers. This drive started on their own 47-yard line after the fumble recovery by Luciano Gagrick.
Yep.
And he finishes the drive. Now Caitlin Kreitzer on with the extra point, and the officials want to talk about something. Oh, there's the flag. I see it now. A little bit of the encroachment going on there by the Beaver Falls Tigers. They'll move it up a yard and a half. I don't know.
Yeah, technically.
Technically. So now Caitlin Kreitzer on. Awaiting the snap. Snap is good. Kick is down, up, and good. Count it. 3:44 left to go here in the first quarter of play. It's 13-0. Elwood City will be right back. Welcome back, folks. 13-0 in favor of the Elwood City Wolverines here on senior night. Wolverines 2 impressive drives, one of 53 yards, one of 63. Caitlin Kreitzer run up in the kick. Driving kick this time, taking here at the 15-yard line. Up the middle he comes and meets resistance at about the 34-yard line.
That was number 6. Yep.
Number 6, Kenny Jewell the third.
It looks like 23, Richard Curitan with the tackle.
Yes.
And Josh Gilchrist.
So now ball sitting there on the 32-yard line. as Austin Campbell comes out. One wide out to the left, one to the right. Everything bunched in tight. Handoff there, up the middle. Met there, A.J. Grinnan said thank you. Nice to meet you. As number 9, Derek Beck tried that left side, but A.J. Grinnan, the senior, quickly filled that hole. No gain on the play. It's the second drive here for Beaver Falls. Their first drive had that long pass play of what, like 40 yards? I don't. So on the keeper, tries running up there this time, and he's drugged down. Jet Grinnan once again rode down Austin Campbell. Some positive yardage on the play, picks up about 3 out to the 35-yard line. So going to bring up a 3rd and we'll call it a long 6. 2 wide outs to the right, 2 to the left. Ball right in center of the field. Back to pass. Throws it out there, and the throw just not where he wanted it to go by Campbell. Ball falls short and incomplete, intended for Keyshawn Jamison. That's going to bring up a 4th down and 6. Appears to be the punt formation coming on for the Tigers.
So the punter for the Tigers is number 4, Zayshawn McKelvey. And it looks like, I believe that's Dom Hogue deep back for the Wolverines.
So you have a little trouble getting the personnel here. There's 12 seconds on the play clock. They got plenty of time.
Yep.
Well, 6 seconds on the play clock. Good snap. High kick, not super far. Going to be fair caught there by Dom Hogue, but he buffed the ball, and he knows what happened there. It's a turnover as number 12 jumped on that. Isaiah Sellers. It was a shorter punt, and Dom went up there and called for the fair catch kind of late, and it shifted on him and went off his arms, and a turnover by the Wolverines gives Beaver Falls pretty good field position sitting there at the Elwood City 43-yard line. There's a shift out there to McKelvey. Almost tackled. He brought down by Dante Pierce. Leading the charge in there was O'Brien to slow him up, and Pierce came in to make sure he didn't get very far. Actually, he lost a yard on that play, was McKelvey. So it's going to bring up a 2nd down and 11 now for the Tigers. As Austin Campbell gets back in the huddle. About 9 seconds to go on that play clock on this 2nd down and 11. Sends a man in motion. Tries a reverse. We've got double reverse going on here. And up that sideline he goes is McKelvey. Luckily, he ran into his own man as Gavin Partridge was out there to get in his way. And a nice pickup of about 9 on the play. Going to bring up a 3rd down. We'll give him 10. Going to be 3rd down and 1. Wolverines offensively this year have held their opponents to 25% on 3rd down conversions. 3rd and 1. There's a handoff. He's going to get the 1st down. Driven back, but forward progress. He'll probably get it as number 9, Derek Beck. I believe it was Twaddell there to meet him. Not Drake Davis. We'll give Drake credit for that one. Got a 1st down, so the Tigers convert their first 3rd down of the night. Going to bring up a 1st and 10. Ball on the 32-yard line. Changes the formation. Back, looks right to pass. Under pressure, and he's going to be drugged down.
Number 39.
Declan O'Brien leading the team in tackles with 61, and that's his 10th one for a loss. As Campbell lost
Basically
about 10
8.
yards, 8 yards on that play.
Yep. So, folks, that will wrap us up on the first quarter. 13-0 for the Wolverines, holding Beaver Falls under 100 yards as well. And then I think what's different tonight is we haven't seen some gadget plays by a team all season long against this defense. Maybe Western Beaver with the passing game. Other than that, we haven't really seen it. Mohawk a little bit here and there. But
when you're 0-9, why pull out all the stops?
You pull out the stops, yep.
So, hey, want to give a shout out to the cross country team, as they've had 3 this week qualify for next Saturday's competition. That's down at Hershey. They had the chocolate bars on there. Bradley Custer, Lucas Bleakley, and Drew Steffler. Congratulations to them 3 young men. They will be representing Elwood City next week.
And I think
at
that's
States.
Drew's and Bradley's second time being there.
Yes,
and
it
I know
is.
Lucas, he came in and filled the gap in the role of the senior. There's 2 or 3 seniors last year that graduated. He filled that hole pretty well. And they finished 10-1 on the season. The only loss, the blemish, was the Mohawk, who went undefeated on the year.
So good luck to the cross-country team as they head down there next week. And now we got Beaver Falls on this 2nd and 17 after the sack by O'Brien to lose 7 yards. Back to McKelvey, throws it back out there to Campbell, and Wolverines not fooled on that one. Declan O'Brien stayed home where he needed to as McKelvey, that halfback pass, I don't know what you call some of this stuff. And then Austin Campbell got the ball and wasn't really too much room to run. And
actually lost 2 yards.
They lost 2 more yards.
Actually 3 for that matter. Yeah, officially 3.
So it's going to bring up a 3rd and we'll call it 19. As Campbell, 2 wide outs to the right, 2 to the left, gets the ball back to pass. Throws it deep, airs it out, jump ball, and who gets it? Daylon Curie with the interception. Went up there and grabbed it. There was a couple blue shirts down there in Beaver Falls. A nice throw by Campbell, but into too much coverage. Another turnover, another drive stop by Beaver Falls. And that, believe it or not, Brad, is Wolverine's 12th interception.
Wow.
On the season.
And they've got, 21 or 22 turnovers on the year? Because they got 8 or 9 fumbles.
9 fumbles.
Wow.
So,
and they're plus.
Oh, a bunch.
Well,
a bunch.
Plus 13 now or something like that.
Five interceptions by Smiley, and I think they only lost 2 fumbles. Well, 3 with the one earlier in this game. Smiley now wants to go back to pass. Got all kind of time. Throws it down the middle. Oh, just a little bit behind Gavin Partridge. He was at the first down marker. Somebody came from that right side to take on Chris Smiley. Hey, Chris Smiley, I mentioned it in senior night. His grandfather, Papa Kevin, is having some health issues. He's up in Hammett, up in Erie. And his Meemaw Rose are not able to be here tonight. I know they're huge fans of Elwood City Wolverines, and of course their 2 grandsons on the team. So shout out to them. I'm sure they're listening. Lovely football you gave your grandson. There's a handoff to Elijah. Up the middle he goes, makes a man miss. Zooks and zags. Oh, gets back up. He stumbled a little bit, and he didn't touch the ground, and he gets it out to about the 40-yard line. 41-yard line. Pick up a 24 on that play around the left side. So if you can, keep Chris Smiley's grandfather in your thoughts and prayers. But 1st and 10 here, Wolverines. Elijah, his average per rush is going to be really good.
Gonna be
we'll
insane.
have that for you here at halftime. Now, Chris Smiley in that shotgun, back to pass the lefty. Got time, looks, wants to go deep.
He's there.
Got his man, Daylon Curie at the 10. 5, touchdown! Daylon Curie, Chris Smiley to Daylon Curie, 59 yards. He had time. Smiley did. The pressure started to come, and he launched it up where the only person that could get it was Daylon, and he made him pay with the touchdown. Another points off of turnovers. Extra point forthcoming by the Wolverines. Caitlin Kreitzer. Good snap. Kick is up and good. Count it. Just like that at the 10:39 mark, it's 20-0 in favor of our Wolverines. We'll be right back. Welcome back, folks. 20-0 in favor of the Wolverines. Caitlin Kreitzer with the run up and the kick. There's a Sean McKelvey back there deep. Puts it up. It's taken at the 20-yard line by number 6. They try the reverse, and they do. McKelvey up that right side. Trenton Schilling was not fooled. He stayed home and pushed him out of bounds. So Kenny Jewell III, I believe, caught the ball, and then on the handoff reverse, Beaver Falls is trying a little bit of everything tonight.
Why not? Why not?
We haven't not officially seen a flea flicker yet. But it could happen.
Yep.
So ball now, 1st and 10 from the 39-yard line. So Campbell in a deep shotgun. Goes back to pass. Quick pass out there this time and was caught there by McKelvey, and I think they're going to get Gavin for a little late hit there. It was Kenny Jewell III onto Wolverine territory at the 46-yard line. So no huddle here for the Tigers. Send 2-minute motion, they settle. Low snap, and I want to think Campbell was able to jump on that ball. Declan O'Brien and A.J. Grinnan, along with Drake Davis, was in there, but Campbell just got his mitts on that ball for what would have been another Beaver Falls turnover. Loss of 5 on the play, going to bring up a 2nd down and 15. Lots of action, some playoff implications going on here. Brad will have them for you at halftime of games around town. There's a handoff to number 9. Up the middle he goes. And going to get about 5 yards back was Derek Beck. A.J. Grinnan was in there again.
And 57 as well.
Drake Davis. So going to bring up a 3rd down and 10. Ball right there at the 46-yard line. .903 remaining. Campbell now. Once again, the reverse this time, they didn't stop it, and they were not fooled. Declan O'Brien and Trent Schilling, they've done this for a while together. Took down Kenny Jewell III, and he really actually may have lost a little bit on that play. It's going to bring up a 4th and 10. Ball on the 46-yard line. It appears to be punt formation coming in as Zayshawn McKelvey goes back into the punter position. Back to receive is Dom Hogue. Almost got to it.
Got there.
Yes, he did. And that's going to be a pretty good punt. And it does go into the end zone. Should be a touchback.
Should.
The officials got to talk about this. The ball's sitting right there on the goal line. Yep, they call it touchback.
Woo.
I think they just wanted to converge to see who had the best angle. It was close. So that's going to bring that ball back out to the 20-yard line after the touchback. So that punt netted them 27 yards. I really thought it was going to die inside there about the two-yard line.
Yep.
But Dom kind of did the wise thing to try to almost block the would-be gunner for Beaver Falls. So 1st and 10, ball on the 20-yard line. Wolverines. Smiley, quick pass out there to Dom Hogue. He comes up the middle. Oh, and he fumbles the ball. And who jumps on it?
Oh.
No, did he wrestle
I
that out
think
of there?
Gilchrist may have pulled that back.
Wow.
Holy smokes, we got lucky again.
Better be lucky than good, because it sure looked like number 10, Nijon Parker, had it in his mitts. As Dom Hogue does that jig and jive as he comes in there, coming up the middle, and lost the ball, but he gained about 11 on the play for a first down. Going to be 1st and 10. Elijah gets the ball, makes a man miss, finds them all, zigs and zags, still on his feet. He's at the 50, 45, 40. He's pulling away. He's at the 20 and gets pushed out of bounds by Zashawn McKelvey. Oh, almost had 6 on it there. They just can't seem to get him down at the line of scrimmage, and his balance is so good. I thought he was down twice, but the wheels kept churning and runs that ball from the 31 all the way down
40 to the 18. Yep, 49-yard run. And Thad, you asked for it.
He was averaging 12.5 yards before that carry.
Put that up to 18 now.
So, Smiley now 3 wide outs left, 1 on the right. Holds it in there.
Wide
Got
open.
Gilchrist. Oh, just a little low.
We were talking about that during the pregame. Give me Gilchrist with that little slant 2-post.
He did it last week he did that and scored on that touchdown.
Yep.
And I think they were trying that again, just not able to make the love connection there to get her into the end zone. So 2nd and 10 now. Ball on the 18-yard line.
You know, that senior to senior connection. That's
Yeah.
I like it.
Sharing the love. Handoff Elijah.
Uh-oh, here it goes at 18.
Oh, so, no, wait, they're still pushing the pile. On that 2nd down run, he picked up about 3.
Unfortunately, that 18 average went down to 16.1.
Well, so ball now at the 15-yard line. Going to bring up a 3rd down and 7.
So far, everything in favor of the Wolverines.
Fumbled the ball a couple times.
That's
going to be, if we're going to talk about anything, we would talk about that.
Agreed.
There's the handoff to Elijah. And a hard hit. A hard hit by number 28. Brings him down. Antonio Frederick. A short gain. It's going to bring up a 4th down. Wolverines were 34% on 3rd downs coming into the game. 37% on 4th down. 16 of 43. 43 times. This will be number 44. This season they've gone for it on 4th downs. Successful just a little bit over a third of the time. On this 4th and 4, Smiley in a shotgun, 3 wide outs to the left, 1 to the right. Everybody's going out for a touchdown. Smiley gets the ball. Wants to jig forward. He's going to have enough for the 1st down as he gets it down to the 6. A smart play there because he had Luch going down the sidelines, but I think he was across the line of scrimmage. So he didn't throw the ball, pulled it down, tucked it. It's going to bring up a 1st and goal now from about the 7-yard line. Sellers was in there along with number 28, Antonio Frederick. On this 1st and goal, Wolverines 100% from the red zone so far tonight. Smiley, handoff, Elijah, zigs and zags. Bottled up there by White Shirts that time. not a lot of yards, if any, as big number 77, Jacob Jessman, was in there. And also 64, Malachi West. Out there on the line right now, you got Tristan Reynolds along with Shane Lutz. Evan Twiddell, flanked by Maddox Singer in the toboggan. McClymonds at center. Hand off to Elijah, picks his way. Going to get a couple yards, going to bring up a third down. I think he got it down to just about the 4-yard line. Going to bring up a 3rd and 4. Wolverines up 20-0. This drive started for the Wolverines on the 20-yard line. 3rd and 4, hand off to Elijah. Makes the first man miss. Second man into the end zone for the touchdown. Elijah Balmer McCain gets his 19th touchdown of the year on the 4-yard run with 4:58 remaining in the second quarter. It's 26-0. Extra point forthcoming. And they appear to be going for 2.
I like that.
I do too. So Smiley under center. Fakes the handoff. He's going to do the end round. Got a man to beat. And got tripped up there by Zashawn McKelvey. We say McKelvey's name a lot. The senior, pretty good athlete. So that makes the score 26-0, 4:58 remaining. We'll take a quick timeout. Okay, here's the
All right, folks, welcome back here. 4:58 left in this first half. So far, Wolverines 280 yards of offense. EPM's got 12 carries, 139 and a touchdown. And Daylon Curry, 2 catches, 70 yards. Again, 280 to 25. Wow.
Here's Caitlin Kreitzer's run up and the kick. And it's going to go, picked up there at the 21 and hit hard by Dante Pierce as the runner. Kenny Jewell III got a couple cards on that return. Hey, I want to give a shout out. I've been meaning to do it all season. Craig Patterson, number 54, the long snapper for the team. I understand his grandfather's a very, very big fan of the broadcast. Got some health issues, unable to come to the game, but I apologize, I don't have his name. I just was told that he's a big fan of ours and loves that we do this so we can watch his grandson be the long snapper, and he was also on our hockey team that we co-op with Wilmington.
Oh, and I got a stat line after this play.
All right.
Oh, big stat line.
1st and 10 from the 26. Campbell, handoff. McKelvey, little face mask there, but didn't call it. And a nice run by McKelvey. He's ridden out of bounds there by Dante Pierce all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And that
should be enough.
Yep, 36 going to be enough for the first down. Your stat line.
Yeah, the big thing about Craig Patterson, oh my goodness, was it crazy. Wilmington lost in the Shannock 3-2. He made 51 of 54 saves,
wow.
A 944 save percentage in that game.
That was the opener, too, correct?
That was the opener. Kept them in that one.
The Shannock's always really tough.
Yeah.
That's keeping them in if you're blocking over 50 shots.
Sign them up, Penguins.
Yep. He would probably do it for a third of what they paid Jari. Maybe even a tenth of what they paid Jari. Flag on the play.
That'll be a false start on Beaver Falls. Back them up to the 30.
Yep, going to bring up a 1st and 15. It's early.
It is early.
26-0, 4:44. Fast moving first half here. Of course, we have the halftime show. Out of town stats. And, big time.
Grinnan.
A.J. Grinnan came to play tonight.
Yes, he did.
As I believe that was Kenny Jewell. So Grennan really had him stopped for no gain. Going to bring up a second down and 14, ball on the 31-yard line. I might be wrong on that.
Yeah, so it was not. Was
it Beck, number 9, Beck?
I believe so. Yeah.
Yep. Didn't sound right. So now Campbell in the shotgun, sidecar to his left and right. Gets the ball. Oh. And that was just a miscommunication as McKelvey got the ball and ran into the other running back and just basically tripped up and fell to the earth with a loss on the play all the way back at about the 27-yard line. So a loss of 4 on the play, going to bring up a third down and 14. Big game, not too far away from here at Riverside at Mohawk.
Yeah, we'll keep you apprised. We're going to wait till halftime because that's a big one
yes,
for
it
both
is.
teams. And maybe somebody here as well.
Yep, got Davis, Du Bois, and Twiddell down there on that down lineman. Out goes Campbell, throws it out there. Finds his man, McKelvey. A good throw. Drives his way forward. He's going to be short of the first down.
Definitely go for it.
As Trent Schilling and O'Brien were over there.
That was a really good
Needed 18, got 14. So it's on the 42-yard line. Appears to be punt time for. They've done a lot of trickery tonight, so don't think they don't have a fake punt somewhere locked in there. 3:12 remaining on this 4th and 3. In the punt formation. Oh, there you go. There's your fake punt. You drew up, and then McKelvey around the right side. Depends where he goes out of bounds, but I think he's got it.
Yep.
He does. He needed 3. Got about 3.5 the way it looks from here.
Yep, it was close, but he definitely got it. Actually, it's closer than what I even thought.
Yep. So McKelvey gets the first down, gets the ball out to the 46-yard line. 3:04 remaining. Both teams have all 3 timeouts remaining. As Caden Dacio checks in. So Campbell in the shotgun. Gets the ball. Back to pass. Under duress. Tries to. Oh, big time hit. Line it up. Luciano. Is that Luch?
Yep.
Luciano Giagric takes Campbell down for about a 2-yard loss. He kind of stepped up in the pocket there, and almost like Luch was shadowing him. And he tried coming up the middle. And the senior, Luciano Giagric, was there to meet him. Luch leading, he's 4th leading on the team in tackles this year. So now Campbell in the shotgun, 2:27 remaining, 2:12, ball on the 44-yard line. Sends Joe in motion. Campbell goes back, flag, play on. Throws it down there, little too tall for intended receiver McElvey.
It's going to be an illegal shift or motion on Beaver Falls.
McKelvey, I'm sorry.
And if you're Elwood, you may decline this.
Yeah, you're at 2nd and 12 right now as it stands. You're correct, illegal shift.
Smart.
And it is declined. Going to bring up a 3rd down and 12 for the Tigers of Beaver Falls. Once again, we'll have Beaver Falls band and Elwood City's band, out-of-town scores, and some stats for you here at halftime on this senior night. Will the band be performing it after the game? Don't they do one more halftime
The 5th quarter?
show?
I don't know if they do a 5th quarter.
They've
used
been
to.
doing it from the stands.
Okay. March it. It's the last senior night. On this 3rd and 12, Campbell back to pass.
Got a
Wants to
man.
go deep. Goes down there.
Oh. Right place to put it.
Jump ball as Daylon Curie was there with coverage. And number 11, Keyshawn Jamison, was the intended receiver. Just unable to corral that ball in there. And he gets up a little gingerly. I think when he dove up to get that ball, didn't quite stick the landing like you'd want to. And hurt himself a little bit. Watch the little gymnastics. Stick the land.
It wasn't you that I was actually laughing about this time.
So
No,
here,
we're just laughing at Chris's reaction.
McKelvey with the punt. Oh, there's the punt by Twiddell. He did it again.
Picked up on the run. Stay up, buddy.
There you go,
The 10,
Brian.
5, touchdown.
Touchdown. Woo. Declan O'Brien picked up Twiddell's block punt. It went about 10 yards in the air, and O'Brien got it. Wow. We'll score any way we can here at Elwood City, and that was on a block punt. What a play by that front line. They've been close the last couple
Yes,
times.
they have.
I maybe didn't refer to it as much. You got Twiddell, you got P.J. Du Bois up in the front there. O'Brien, they bust through that line, and that wasn't even a little bit of a block. I mean, the senior Twiddell got in there. He blocked, that's his second block, correct?
Yep.
There's Caitlin Kreitzer with the kick, and it is no good. 32-0, $1:59 remaining. Let's take a quick timeout. Screw some of them now. So here's after the block punt, returning to the end zone. Here's Kreitzer, and it's going to be taken there. It's fumbled, not got it picked up. Gilchrist there, and a fumble again on top of it. Are you kidding me?
Who is that? Is that 24? I think it is Gullo.
Yep,
Colton
yep,
Gullo.
24.
Wow.
He's done a great job on special teams. He's a player, a lot of teams he'd be starting on. But there's a lot of seniors on this team that are really good. So another turnover. How many turnovers is this? I need to be writing this stuff down.
Yeah, you're going to have to wait on that one for a second because the stats.
Back in the red zone is the Wolverines. 32-0.
Oh, boy. I know what you're thinking.
I'm thinking it.
I know what you're
Three
thinking.
wide outs to the left. Back is Smiley. Quick pass there to Gilchrist. Wants to go up the middle, churning them legs. He gets her down about the 15-yard line. Pick up a 4.
Number 64 on the stop.
Malachi West gets the stop.
And that's only the third turnover by Beaver Falls, but it does feel like more.
Well, I guess the block punt is not necessarily a turnover.
Correct.
But it, an interception as well. Part of that 3. Smiley back, throws it down there. Oh, and a little too far. And I tell you, Smiley took a hit.
Yes, he did.
That's that Jamison. I tell you, that sportsmanship. Smiley gets up, pats Jamison on the helmet, said, hey, let's go line up and do it again. Now it's 3rd down and 6.
And we were talking about this before pregame, too. Wolverines have not attempted a field goal. I would rather them go for it, but I wouldn't mind seeing a field goal, too. Got to try it at some point. You never know.
I guess.
We're getting close to playoffs. We're getting close to playoffs.
$1:18 remain in here. Wolverines have all 3 of their timeouts. Smiley
Go
back
to the
to
end zone.
pass.
Yep,
Throws
double
it down
hitch.
there, and
it's short. Hit the
goes.
ground.
Yeah, hit the ground as Dom Hogue was down there with coverage by McKelvey. Ball falls incomplete, stopping the clock. 4th and 6. What will Coach Bradley do?
I told you what I would like to see.
You're not going to see it.
I know. It's unfortunate. I would try it. I think it would be kind of cool.
So,
minute 12 remaining here. 3 wide receivers on the close side.
back to pass Smiley. Throws
Screen
it out there
play.
to Gilchrist.
Up the middle. Cut
Up
it
the
up.
middle he goes.
There
and
it
he's going
is.
to go.
Touchdown!
Touchdown! Gilchrist on the 15-yard run on a 4th and 6. Senior Smiley to Senior Gilchrist. Ladies and gentlemen,
You
can
can
I
say
say
it.
it? Mercy, mercy me. This one's in the books. And Brad, we can say it. Our Elwood City Wolverines will be your MAC champions this year.
Wow. Get T-shirts, line it up. Boosters are selling them already.
I think they're already made.
Yeah.
So here's the extra point forthcoming. There's Dom Hogue up, and Caitlin Kreitzer's kick is good. Makes the score 39-0, folks. We'll be right back. On the kickoff here, Wolverines mercying the Beaver Falls Tigers tonight, 39-0 with 1:05 remaining. Here's the run up and the kick by Kreitzer. High end over end kick, and this time it's going to go out of bounds.
So that'll come out to the 35-yard line, which for the first time, Beaver Falls doesn't have a stat line of a return. They've been returning some pretty neat stuff,
one
too.
thing I would say about the Wolverines right now as we're going to the playoffs. The penalties are much better tonight. They needed to improve on that. Dropped the ball a few times tonight, more uncharacteristic fumble that way.
Yep.
And been getting some kickoff returns. We saw the real good
Dom
kid.
Hogue.
From Riverside, return
okay,
one the
I
whole
got you.
way.
I see what you're saying.
We're getting some. We're just not the kickoff coverage is maybe giving up a few more yards than they need to. Here's Campbell back to McKelvey. He wants to air it out. Going to try coming the other way. Turf almost got him. Oh, and he's up to the 50, 40, and he steps out of bounds at the 42-yard line. A nice run there of about 23 yards. He ran about 80 to get that 23.
Yes, he did. But give him credit. That was a good run, nice play, good blocking on that back
Yeah,
side.
especially when that was a
through.
complete misdirection play because he
Big.
wanted to throw that ball up
And
down there.
smartly steps out of bounds, stops the clock. Yes, you got 3 timeouts to use, but it allows you to preserve him on that first down.
Yes, it does.
And that almost doubled their yardage.
On one play, yeah.
It was pretty close.
A lot of negative yards for Beaver Falls here tonight.
They got to hurry up here. They got 7 on the clock here.
Yes, they do. Coming up to the line.
They didn't get it off.
McKelvey's in there, and they're not. Wow, that's painful.
And I think they did get the timeout in, though.
Nope,
No, they
delay
did
of game.
not.
They're
Wow.
calling it.
They
Bring
are
him
calling
back
it.
5 yards. And that time, Zashawn McKelvey was in there in the quarterback position. There he is, back there again. He'll just take the ball,
Wildcat.
run up that left side. This time makes a man miss, and he goes out of bounds once again. Pushed out there by Dom Hogue. Picked up almost the penalty back, so it's good. Yeah, I'll give him 6 yards. Going to bring up a 2nd down and 9.
They just changed it to 41.
Yep, so it's 2nd out of 10. I was right the first time. 46 seconds remaining.
If you're the Wolverines here, you know it, Thad. You pitch a shutout before halftime.
Right.
And if you're
right.
Beaver Falls, you got to do something here to break that.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
it's been a tough season for
It
them.
has.
Make no mistake about it. It's pretty well known. Almost going to get the delay of game again. They didn't. Hand off there.
The number 9.
Around
back.
that right side is back.
Oh,
And
A.J.
Grinnan is
Wow.
playing like his hands are on fire. He's
Man.
just throwing people around.
Wherever the ball is, he's there. And that should be another loss, I believe.
Nah,
right?
they give him
he
3.
Yep, he gave him the yards. I was looking at the wrong
So,
stick.
Yep, going to be 3rd down and I'll call it 8.
I'm surprised they aren't calling a timeout or anything. They're going to let
If
this
you're
roll.
Beaver Falls, aren't you wanting this path to be over?
Yeah, but I would throw one. I'd do one play here to the end zone or some trickery. Give me some trickery.
On this 3rd and 9, 10 seconds remaining in this first half of play with the Wolverines leading 39-0. Campbell wants to get back to pass, throws it out there, and a little too tall for intended receiver, Keyshawn Jamison. And that, folks, is going to be the end of the first half of play. Great scoring by the Wolverines on this senior night, leading 39-0. Enjoy the halftime show by the Beaver Falls Band and Elwood City Band, and we'll be back. We'll be talking to you after the bands. Enjoy the show.
Other one.
If it was at junior high, I'd go.
I was going to say, you know, the first half, I'll be working, because we're going to Disneyland.
A 2024 program entitled Love Story is showing you all the right skills. Feature selections from one of America's biggest pop artists, Taylor Swift, emerging pop sensation Olivia Rodrigo, and Tchaikovsky's Romeo and Juliet Symphony. This is our love story, friends. Come on, stay in.
I'll be up Sunday.
Something. As long as dresses are in. I would get like a
Mom's garage to take up to our tree stand and dump it.
I mean, it wasn't like cold.
Not a whole lot, just put it up there so it doesn't smell. Yeah, the outside was behind you. Yeah. Yeah, 39-0. Halftime.
Who's he with? Rocco.
I know everything. I know how many we have, how many, what sizes. Everybody's like, oh. I'm like, I honestly don't know. I'm like, I don't know any. I know enough shirts. I just travel with it. I can't use it. I just travel with it. I like to take it to the beach. Well, I like to take it to Detroit. Then drive around in an Uber with it.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Lincoln High School Blue Band's That 70s Show. Baba O'Reilly is one of the Who's most iconic tracks, released in 1971 on their groundbreaking album, Who's Next. Here's the Blue Band's rendition of Baba O'Reilly.
Did your mom tell you?
Larry and Dave Stover. It has been our tradition
just walk in and grab them. Yes.
I just feel like an idiot going down the road with that.
Jack Ron.
show with the energetic rock and roll all night. Ladies and gentlemen, the blue band bomb.
There you go. Same trip tomorrow.
All right, folks, welcome back here. Halftime about wrapping up here, festivities-wise. Third quarter just a couple seconds away. They're going to add a little bit of time there, about 2 minutes or so for both teams to come out because Beaver Falls is not out just yet. They'll do some warm-up and stuff like that. We're going to keep it short to the point while the band is playing on the field. I could maybe make a jab about that. Band's on the field playing, but for good spirits. As the Wolverines are up here at halftime, 39-0. And as Thad said in the first half, mercy, mercy, mercy me. So let's talk about some game stats here in this one here. So far in this first half, the Wolverines just pure domination at 39-0. They had 13 in the first, 26 in the second quarter. Total yardage for the Wolverines officially was 299 yards. To 79. Wolverines had 197 yards rushing, 102 passing. For the Tigers, 31 and 48 for a total, again, of 79. The yards per play, 10.3 to 2.6 in favor of Elwood City. Time of possession is pretty equal, and so is the third and fourth downs. Elwood, 4 of 7. Beaver Falls 3 for 9. The difference tonight, though, the short yard fieldage by the Wolverines gave them that early lead. 3 turnovers by the Tigers. Fumbles, interceptions, punt returns, a little bit of everything. 3, 2, 1. For the Tigers, leading the charges is Sean McKelvey, 9 carries for a total 36. For the Wolverines, Elijah Palmer-Kane, 12 carries, 139, 1 touchdown, and an average of 11.6 per carry. Luciana Gackrick, 4 carries, 39, an average of 9.8. Chris Smiley, 2 for 18, an average, yes, you guessed it, of 9. 3 players there combining for an average of 10.9 yards per carry. Passing-wise, Kenny Jewell III, 1 for 1 for 36. Austin Campbell, 2 for 7 for 15. And then technically Zajon McKelvey, 1 for 1, but -3 on that bubble screen back in the first half. Chris Smiley, 5 for 11, 102. And, 5 for 11, maybe not the best, but 3 of those 5 passes have gone for touchdowns, 1 along of 59. 3 touchdowns, 5 for 11. You'll take that stat line anytime you're up 39-0. Daylon Curry, 2 catches, 70 yards, 2 touchdowns with along of that 59. Josh Gilchrist, 2 for 19 for a touchdown. Dom Hogue, 1 for 13. So there are your first halftime stats. For the Wolverines defensively, Declan O'Brien, 7 tackles, 4 for loss, and a sack. Meanwhile, you got Luciana Gackrick, 2 tackles, 1 for loss, and a sack. fumble recovery in favor of Colton Gullo, and then Daylon Curry with a pass broken up and an interception. And then the block there by the big boy, number 73, Evan Twiddell up the middle. For the Tigers, McKelvey leading the charge with 3 tackles on the Beaver Falls side of things. So there you go, folks. There's your game stats, kind of out-of-town scores here real quickly. Let's focus outside of the MAC, and we'll come back to the MAC here shortly. The big one up north there, the farthest you can go. That's the farthest you can go up on the Whippeal section, up to Neshannock. Laurel at Neshannock. It's halftime. Neshannock up in that one, 13-0. That's to win the Big 7, but both those teams, no doubt, are going to playoffs. Tough battle there for Laurel, but Neshannock looking to go 9-1 with their only loss to Ellwood. Newcastle's up at halftime on Blackhawk, 14-0. St. LaSalle's up on Washington, 28-14. That's trouble there for Washington. They could possibly be sitting home for playoffs this time around. Apollo Ridge is up on Ligonier Valley, 21-7, looking for their first win. Western Beaver, 28-3 on Freedom. Riverside is down to Mohawk, 13-0 at halftime, and Union has a 7-0 lead on New Brighton.
So getting ready here to kick off as we start this second half under the mercy rule. Wolverines leading 39-0. There's that squib kick and taken there at the 30-yard line by number 27. And he's going to get it about out to the 40-yard line as Marshawn Williams, one of the up men, took that ball and ran with it. Number 11, Josh Gilchrist, in there with the initial hit and stop. So 1st and 10 for the Beaver Falls Tigers on this senior night. And we got Campbell in there at quarterback. Gets the ball, hands off to Beck, and he's still running. He's going to get first down yardage and a little bit more as Derek Beck, number 9, gets it all the way into Elwood City territory, up to the 46-yard line. And P.J. DuBois in there with the stop. So a gain of 15 on the play. 1st and 10 for the Tigers. Remember, folks, rolling clock here. There's a quick pass out there. And number 6, nice tackle as number 9, senior Luciano Gagrick, brings down Kenny Jewell. He had a step, but Luch was able to get in there and trip him up for a pickup of about 2. Don't forget, tomorrow, 1 o'clock, we will be broadcasting the girls' volleyball game. We're going to do that through, tell us, Brad.
Yep, NFHS. That's a pay-per-view. You'll have to pay $11.99 for the month.
For the whole month. For the whole month. Remember that, folks. Very important, because if we have football through NFHS, you won't have to pay again.
Yep, and the audio is free on Lawrence County Sports Network's YouTube
Campbell,
page.
well, a triple reverse as McKelvey gets it, and he's taken down by Gavin Partridge. Took his shoe with him. Well, maybe arm pad. I don't know. He's holding it going off the field. But a nice tackle there by Gavin Partridge. Complete misdirection all the way around.
Yeah, and in fact, it's an actual loss of 3.
And everybody plugged things up there for the Wolverines. Now, here we go. And that's not our rules. That's WPIA rules. That's why you're going to have to pay tomorrow. Blad will have all the links on our social media accounts,
right.
Twitter and Facebook.
It's worthwhile doing that because if this football team for the Wolverines go into third or fourth week,
you can watch any other high school football game,
absolutely,
volleyball game you want. There's Campbell with the keeper, ridden down there. Fumble!
It's still live.
Still jumping on it.
I agree.
And
I think
Grinham believes it's our ball.
I think so, too. They're pointing to the left.
And the man in stripes believe it is, too.
Go.
Another turnover for the Wolverines.
Number 39, Declan O'Brien.
O'Brien, basically his second turnover recovery of the night. I said this a couple weeks ago, Brad, and you watch more tape than I do, but if Declan O'Brien is not in the conversation for Defensive Player of the Year in our section, they didn't ask my opinion.
Right.
Because he should be. So 1st and 10 for the Wolverines. Ball on the 43-yard line. There's the handoff to Partridge. Tucks it in the left hand. He's up the left side, and he's going to go all the way at the 10, the 5. Touchdown! Gavin Partridge goes 57 yards on the end around to get the touchdown to make it 45-0.
And
there's one proud papa standing on that sideline down there. I can guarantee you that.
Yep, and I believe that was a pass forward, so that'll count as a reception. Wow.
Wow. He made the first wave miss, and he turned it on, and he was gone. Good for Gavin Partridge. Gavin, a great kid. I've known him for a long time. Great kid. I'll let Caitlin kick this. Oh, rolled it back there. Gets it up, made something out of nothing, and got the extra point, making it 46-0. Gavin last year went out with that collarbone and didn't play at all last year. And kept it going, kept working out, and despite the injury, and made his presence known. His senior year was Gavin Partridge. You know, we're talking there at halftime, Brad. Beaver Falls obviously in a rebuilding mode, and it wasn't too many years ago that we were in the same boat. We were on these lopsided scores, not just once or twice, quite a bit. And you think about this senior group of players, their freshman year, they were 0-10.
Yep.
When they started that freshman year, they had lost 18 games in a row.
And to go from 0-10, 2-8, 5-6
to 9-0.
Yeah.
Historic, memorable. We're here to try to help make memories and let people see them, and or give you the best seat in the house to see them. Yeah. And what a thrill it was to watch them go. Anthony Street gets the ball and falls on it on the squib kip going up through there. So 1st and 10 now.
I want to say basically the 40. Yep.
Yep, appears to be at the 40-yard line.
So that'll put the Wolverines
and
officially.
Some new defensive backs in there, as we see Tyler Amicone back there. PJ Du Bois is still in that front line. Campbell rolling around there to the right, being chased by Barrio, and he just throws it. Tried to make it to the stands, but couldn't quite get enough arm underneath it to get it there. And there is the flag.
Yep.
That's going to be intentional grounding.
Yeah.
A loss of down. And going to march them back a few yards. But can't say enough about this senior class. As I said, the resilience to come back. You know, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. And we're going to call it 24. So the excitement of Cow Pie Bingo happened here at 4 o'clock here, right there on the practice field. The cows were brought in. They were bathed and all looked nice and cleaned up. They came in, and unfortunately, of the 2 cows that came, did not have to go to the bathroom. So a ticket was pulled, and the winner, it wasn't anybody that I knew. I don't know what happened there.
That was something else. The ball was not snapped and everybody else moved, so the count was not correct.
Yeah, they stopped the play, or it was actually number 50 out there. Hayden, PJ picked it up and thought he could just run with it.
So they're ruling it as a false start.
Yep.
Against
That's why
Beaver
they stopped
Falls.
the play. So congratulations to Mr. Gabus for putting that on, and did a great job. Senior high student council, a nice fundraiser for them. Back to pass on the 3rd and 29. Rolls out as Campbell. Dumps it down there to McKelvey, and he is gang tackled there. As number 52 got his mitts on it, Vinny Curie on the runner, and 57 was in there as well, Drake Davis. So 4th down now on this 4th and 29 from 4th and 21 from the 29-yard line. Said clock rolling here. Here's the kick. Nobody was back to receive for the Wolverines, and that ball is going to rest at the Elwood City 40-yard line. So keep apprised to our social media accounts, and we will have the brackets from 1 through 6A coming in here tomorrow.
Yep, 3 o'clock tomorrow after the volleyball game at 1 o'clock.
Also, Elwood City Parade is tomorrow. Halloween Parade, always a good time.
As we are officially checking in, looks like it's going to be all the reserves.
Yep, I think our starters, helmets in hand. Some of them aren't even holding their helmets. They're sitting on there. And a timeout was taken by Elwood City. I think as they were trying to get the starters off and get everybody back on, was getting low on the time clock. Hey, folks, we got to thank our great sponsors. The Champions Club, it's Dave's Hometown Shop and Save. Mada's Heating and Air Conditioning. Mary Jo's Catering, Joey's Event Rooms. Dooney Memorial Scholarship. Johnny's Pizza. Elwood City Transit Zone of Tours. And I do know the man that won the Cow Pie Bingo works for Elwood City Transit. And Armstrong. Touchdown Club, Diamond Dance Academy, the T-Box, Signs by Sam, the Color Center, Venice and Easy, Sporting Goods and Apparel, D4 Property Service, Campers in RV. And, of course, our Field Goal Club, Allen's Lawn Care, Pagnosis, Chiropractic, Air Physical Therapy and Fitness, Allied Rubber and Supply Company, Youngblood Paving, Stuffler Window and Cleaning, Spokane Orthodontics, Reed Oil Company, Kevin Bookemer Plumbing, Gagrick Brothers Painting, Myers Auto Group, Mobros Lawn Service Specialties, Pit Race, and of course our funeral homes, Teola's Funeral Home, Tobin Funeral Home, Turner Funeral Home, and Marshall Funeral Home. They'll be the last to let you down. Thank you to all of our sponsors. High snap, but picked up there.
Declan Gray.
Declan Gray, that is beautiful.
That's amazing.
That is so awesome. Declan Gray, a senior, tore his ACL. There might be a tear or two in the crowd right now as Declan Gray came back 5.5 months after the ACL. And a great kid. I just a great kid. And let him get that. And he's in there still at quarterback?
Yep.
I believe so.
Why
High
not?
snap again. Picks it up. Makes some man miss. And slips. Tries to dive forward. Thought he was in. And loss of yardage on that play. But Declan he wanted to get in there for some plays. And he's the punter. Punted a little bit last week. Got out there for some plays. And a great moment for him, his family, his teammates. I saw the workout videos he did. That was really, really cool to see. And a classy move. He'll be ready in 2 weeks. We'll see him next week in 2 weeks for the playoff game. Anthony Barberio drops ahead. I like that young man running the ball. The junior, 5'9", 175. Picked up. Oh. Took it down to the 35-yard line. Picked up about 6, I'm going to say, on the play. In there right now at quarterback is Tyler Smalley. Same last name as our starting quarterback because they're brothers. Tyler Smalley, the junior, in there at quarterback. And off. This time to number 23. Goes around the left side. He's going to be tackled there by number 20, Cash Stevenson, a freshman for Beaver Falls.
And that was Richard Cureton, number 23 for the Wolverines. As the hands change differently in the backfield. Gotta like that.
Yep.
So he picks up 3 there. So that'll set up a 4th down and 5. Rolling clock just under 3 minutes.
So we got Tyler Amicone out there. Number Shane Lutz out there. The senior still putting his time in on the line.
Delay of game.
Yep.
And you're going to get a delay of game call. Eli Moore is out there as the center right now. Trying to get some new numbers. I don't know all these numbers. Number 14, Nick Dolster, checks in. The freshman.
Nick Dolster was quarterback there just a couple of years ago, or actually just last year at the middle school football level.
Yep, in there at wide receiver right now. Tyler Smiley in a shotgun. Hands off there to Curtin, and he loses the ball.
Comes right back to him.
And
he's still up.
Bounced it,
Oh,
and finally gets taken down with a hit. On that 4th and 5, he's going to lose yardage. Ball over on downs. 2:05 remaining. Change of possession and injury are about the only thing that stops the clock at this stage of the game.
And again, folks, we can now officially put it in the books that the Wolverines win the MAC conference here, the first time since 1997 when they shared it that year. This year, no sharing. It is all the Wolverines, which, well, that doesn't lock it up, but we can easily assume first round bye. And I think that the most important thing, it just feels so good. Yes, it's senior night. It's great. But the seniors know this is not their last time on this field.
So Campbell in there at quarterback. Low snap. Oh, gobbled up there. Who busted through that line? It was number 7, Anthony Barbario. He'll record a sack for that one. As the low snap, Campbell went down to get it, and he had nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. So 6-yard loss on the play, going to bring up a 2nd down and 16. Another low snap. Hands off to number 27. Zigs and zag, wigs his way through. Not quite going to get to the first down mark, but a nice run by Marshawn Williams, the sophomore running back for Beaver Falls.
And the tackle there was by number 28 for the Wolverines. And unfortunately, we don't have
one on the roster. But he did pick up about 14 yards on the play. 13 yards, going to bring up a 3rd down and 3. On this 3rd and 2. Breaks, trying to get outside is Campbell, and he's hit hard. Who was in there to slow him up? I believe it was number 4, Dom DiNucci, and then Tyler Amicone came up to take care of business, to put him down for a loss on that 3rd and 2. And folks, that's going to be the end of the 3rd quarter. 4th quarter action coming up here. We'll be right back. Welcome back, folks, on this 4th and 4 from the 44-yard line of Beaver Falls. Campbell in his shotgun on the keeper, and he fumbled it.
Elwood
It's all
City
blue
ball.
shirts. It's got
he's still going.
He got it, number 10.
10.
Oh, no, they said he was down. Julian Frisk. It looked like he tried to pick it up, but they're going to say he was down. I know you got replay, Brad.
Yeah, we're going to have to see
if he's the one that actually got the fumble, or
was he questionably technically down, or was it an actual fumble?
Either way, it's going to be Elwood City ball.
No, it's definitely a fumble. We're going to officially give credit to. Let's see who that is.
The ball's on the 38-yard line for the Elwood City Wolverines. I'll let you look, Brad, as Tyler Smiley's in there at quarterback. A little bit of a high snap. Hands off to number 10, Julian Frisk. Makes a nice run of about 12 yards. Enough for an Elwood City first down. So 1st and 10, ball on the 27-yard line. Smiley, shotgun. On the keeper this time, tries the right side, got a little bit of a lane, makes a man miss up the sidelines and hit hard, but taken down at about the 10-yard line. That was number 18, I beg your pardon. Yep, Tyler Smiley. I'm trying to catch on to the new numbers, folks.
Number 15 with the tackle once again for the Tigers.
Hoppel with the tackle. So 1st and 10 from the 11. They can get a first down, but you're that close, you might as well push her into the end zone. Smiley. Hand off to Curtin. Zigs and zags, and he gets down there pretty far. He had a seam and made him pay.
I'll tell you what, Thad, he didn't even get touched until about 6-7 yards.
Yep. Dawkins on the tackle. Picked up about 8 on the play. Going to bring up a 2nd down and 2 from the 4-yard line. Now Smiley. Shotgun. And whistle. I think we're going to have a little movement before you're supposed to. Yes, false start. So that'll march him back 5 yards. Going to be 2nd and 7 from the 8-yard line. Smiley now. Shotgun. 3 wide outs to the right, or left, 1 to the right. Curtin, and he.
Keeper, Tyler Smiley,
keeper,
touchdown.
Tyler Smiley faked everybody out as Tyler Smiley faked the handoff to Curtin. He got tackled, but Smiley had the ball, ran around the right side, into the end zone he goes for the Elwood City touchdown. It's now 52-0. Wow, 9:02 remaining. The score stops the clock.
And then we said that the Wolverines were going to try to come out and make a statement tonight, and they
Yes,
have.
they did. And PAT was no good. I missed that. I'm sorry. I don't know what.
They just kneeled down.
Okay.
That's an awesome move. I wondered. I saw it real quick. That was nice.
So 9:02 remaining to score 52-0. Once again, tomorrow the homecoming or Halloween parade there at Elwood City. I'm not sure what the kickoff time is for that, but
3:30.
just be downtown. It'll be fun. The band will be there. I know the football team's got a float. They're going to be throwing out Halloween. They're probably throwing out candy or something. I don't know. Just be there.
And we talked about this. This is a long 97th meeting between these two teams and Beaver Falls. And I'll start with them first. They have dominated the series, 67 wins in their 97. I mean, you could do the math real quick on that. It's pretty darn good.
24.
But tonight, this is the most points scored ever by the Wolverines against Beaver Falls.
I'm glad you looked that up because I had it written there on your
45
paper
was the last time.
that they did. So kickoff time here for the Wolverines. Here's the run up and the kick by Miss Caitlin Kreitzer. And they got a jump on it, and he does. McKelvey at the 21 Rolls around there, going backwards, trying to make a man miss. And A.J. Grinnan says, no way.
My goodness. Have a night.
He is having a night. I tell you, if he's got his hands on somebody tonight, they were going down. And that time they did. I think we haven't seen tonight's a pick six, but we saw enough at the pit game last night. Good grief.
We were talking about that too.
So
that pit game was wild. And if you're a fan of Pennsylvania football right now, not only Elwood, but Pitt, Penn State, wow.
Yep.
Some really good football being played in the
fall
state.
ball is the best.
The only thing that would make it better would be a Pitt-Penn State game.
Yep. That's one thing when it comes to you and me about Pitt and Penn State we can agree upon. So, Campbell in a shotgun down 52-0. Hands it off there to number 27 around that right side. He turns on the Jets, and no one. Oh, he caught him at the 32-yard line. He went from the 24 to the whole team's other 32. That
23.
was number 23, Richard Cureton. Cureton, this 5'9", 165-pound sophomore. Marshawn Williams, just a sophomore as well. He had some speed. That kid's fast.
Yes, he
but
is.
luckily, Cureton is a step faster because he's able to catch up to him. Huge gain, probably more gain there than they have yards all night. Up the
Good
middle.
tackle. I think that may be on the backside. Is that AJ again? Nope, check that. That's number 30. And that is Bryce Miller.
Yep, Bryce Miller, just a freshman, making his presence known here on the Friday Night Lights. No gain on the play. Ball resting on the 29-yard line. Campbell in the shotgun. There's a handoff. Number 27 doesn't get much there as Marshawn Williams.
That was Bryce
Numbers
Miller again.
30
Yeah.
and 10.
Frisk. Yep.
So loss of 1 on the play, going to bring up a 3rd down and 11. So now on this 3rd and 11, ball to 30-yard line. Campbell, handoff. Oh, nowhere to
boy.
run it, nowhere to hide.
Number 60.
Number 60,
Mason
Walters, senior, gets in there and gets the tackle. Was that 14?
I believe it was 14. Yep, 14.
Yep. Hunter Kreiser. So loss of some yardage on the play. Going to bring up a 4th and 15. For the Tigers. Campbell. Handoff there. Tries to swing it to the outside. And going to get pinballed around and taken down by several Wolverines as Marshawn Williams was trying to run in that 4th down. And number 8,
Yep.
Cam Mills.
Cam Mills and Colton Gullo again.
I think Cam Mills could be a player to watch. Just a freshman.
Yes.
And
Most definitely.
his dad, one of the assistant coaches here on the team.
Cam is.
And his dad was a pretty good player back in the day,
I
too.
was just gonna say, and that's something, Thad, that we haven't really sat down and talked about. That's something you and I should talk about in the next 2 weeks that we're going to have.
I've already got that in motion.
There are so many. Well, there are so many names on this roster from that 87 and 90 range that people don't even know, like Barbario and so forth.
Yep, handoff there to number 10. Up that left
That's
side.
Frisk.
He's
He's
got
got
a
a
man
lane.
in lane up to the 50. Going to be driven out of bounds at about the 48-yard line. A nice run there
15.
for Frisk.
Yep.
But Gavin Partridge's dad played.
Yep,
Trent Schilling's
Partridge.
dad played.
Schilling,
Drake
yep.
Davis's dad played. There's about
There's so many.
7 or 8 of them on there.
And you can kind of check them out.
Pretty sure Gilchrist.
Gilchrist was out there. You can check all those names out on our YouTube page because we got. We'll wait for this play.
4 minutes remaining. Smiley hands off to Frisk up the middle. Shifty run in there by Frisk.
Yep.
I'm rather impressed.
Big shout out to Mr. Scott Timmerman, Nick Lamenza, both of them, and Tom Natal helping us out getting it from Nick Lamenza. They were walking a dog and they ran into each other and said, hey, do you have film of 87? Absolutely, got the playoff game. So we do appreciate it. You can go check it out on our YouTube page. If you have more film, let us know.
Yep.
Contact us.
Particularly that 87 season.
Yeah, we'll take anything.
So there's a handoff this time. Oh, hit awkwardly. Was number 28, which we
don't have,
unfortunately. He took an awkward hit. I was kind of glad to see the young man jump up. He don't know either. They didn't announce it either. So, we're trying to get a name for 28, but can't seem to come up with it. He's going to run this time. And he's going to take it down to the 26-yard line.
Nobody knows. Yeah, unfortunately, we don't know who number 28 is.
So,
it's not on our official roster, both our rosters. Yeah.
Right. And I have a feeling if he texts Coach Bradley right now, he's probably not going to.
I'm actually really close to because somebody's getting text.
so.
Let's see if Mr. Mills will give us the name here.
And there's handoff to number 3. Pinballs around. That was Tyler Amicone. He gets her down to the 20-yard line with 2:20 remaining. So Kreiser with the tackle.
Wonder
Just
if these
about
two,
2
maybe these
minutes
two gentlemen
to go.
know?
The videographers might, but I'm not sure.
Yeah. Okay, let me do this just so we know on record, and I'll put it in as number 1 Dom Hogue for now, so I can go back and change it.
There's a handoff and trying to power his way forward.
Flag on the far side. And it's going to be a face mask. Either face mask or holding against the Wolverines.
Yeah, holding against the Wolverines. So that'll back them up here a little bit.
I don't know all the signs yet.
So holding will bring this one back to, should be right around the 29-yard line mark.
Going to be at the 29-yard line. Minute 40 remaining. Not a big crowd from Beaver Falls tonight. Didn't have that far to go.
Yeah, pretty chilly.
There's a handoff to Frisk. It's bounced around there, tackled by a host of Wolverines. Tyler Amicone in there now at quarterback. Tyler, a sophomore, standing there at 6'1", $165. Dom DiNucci checking into the game. Tyler Smiley checking back in. Going to bring up a 3rd and about 7. Ball on the 24-yard line. If they take their time, this could be the last play of the game. There's a handoff to Frisk. Makes a man miss, and he's almost going to have enough. Depending upon the spot, I think he is going to have enough for the Elwood City first down, and that's less than 30 seconds left in the game, folks. A great round of applause from the Elwood City faithful as the clock's getting close to 0 with the Wolverines leading 52-0. Call the mayor. Leave the lights on. We're partying till the sun comes up because the Elwood City Wolverine football team is your MAC section champs for 2024. 52-0. Coach Bradley and the boys got her done tonight. Played a great game. They played a great season.
Yep.
They played a great season, Brad. A great crowd here. I love the crowd involvement. You know,
Yes.
They knew it was 0. We're going to send them off to the playoffs knowing they're coming back here. for that game. Brett probably has some.
So that was Chance Marsano
Okay.
who ran the ball. So let me give him credit here. So number 20.
8.
20 is 28, Chance Marsano.
Okay. There we
you
go.
go.
So Wolverines finished the season 9-0. Pitched a shutout here tonight. They had another one too, didn't they?
Yep.
So they did. Did the Wolverines. Huge thank you. I didn't get to that. All the thank yous yet tonight. I normally do on senior night, but we're going to do that later because we do have another. We know one more game. Have a feeling we can get a couple more left in there. Brad's going to close us out with some game stats.
Okay, so we officially updated the stats there for Chance Marsano. And then we'll close things out here real quick. So official game stats here. Final score from Helling Stadium, 52-0. Wolverines put up 13, 26, 7, and 6. Pitch a shutout. The most points scored against the Beaver Falls Tigers. Win their 25th game against the Tigers. And also score, not only score the most points, but also win, obviously, the biggest win in the series of 52 points. Daylon Curry kicked us off with a touchdown pass reception from Smiley. Luciana Gagrick got in on the carry with a 17-yard run. Once again, Daylon Curry, his second touchdown to 59 yards. Elijah Palmer McCain, another touchdown up on his list. Officially there at that mark, 51 touchdowns on the year and over 4,000 yards in his career. Declan O'Brien, a 44-yard technically punt return off the block. So another big score there for the Wolverines. And Josh Gilchrist got in with that little slant two-post 5-yard. It gets that 15-yard touchdown pass from Smiley. Gavin Partridge, a 57-yard touchdown pass left open. Down the sideline he goes. Technically, it was a little jet sweep handoff, but it will count as a passing touchdown for Smiley. And then why not? The other Smiley. 2 smiles, I guess you get rights. Tyler Smiley, number 18, runs in for an 8-yard touchdown run. There are your touchdowns on the evening. First downs, 23-7 in favor of the Wolverines. Total yards rushing, 337. That's a big mark for the Wolverines tonight rushing. We'll have to check that one. That one's going to be in the top 5, top 6 list of the Wolverines since 2011. Beaver Falls finished with 91 yards rushing, 159-58 in passing. That means a total yards in favor of the Wolverines, 496 to 149. The Wolverines, unfortunately, don't hit that 500 mark just yet, but 496. That's some big yardage there in the last game of the season. 10.8 to 3.2 on the average per play. Wolverines finished 5 of 10 compared to 3 for 15. The fall for the Tigers tonight, 5 turnovers to just 1 for Elwood City. Individual stats, Marshawn Williams coming in there late. He had 5 carries for 64 yards, leading the charge for the Tigers. Elijah Palmer Kane, 12 carries, 139 and a touchdown. Julian Frisk, 5 for 59. Luciana Gackert, 4 for 39. Bunch of names down the list. You can check them out on our website, Elwood City, or ecwolverines.com. Passing, Kenny Jewell III. He was 1 for 1 on that trick play, 36 yards. Austin Campbell finished 4 for 10 for 25. Chris Smiley, 6 for 12. Again, not the prettiest night per se in terms of completion percentage, but 6 for 12. 4 of those 6 passes go for touchdowns. That's a pretty nice mark. 4 for touchdowns, 6 completions, 159 and a long of 59 on the evening. Daylon Curry, 2 catches, 70 yards, both those catches for touchdowns. Gavin Partridge, 1 for 57 in a touchdown. Josh Gilchrist, 2 for 19 in a touchdown, and Dom Hogue, 1 for 13. And then finally, folks, we'll do the defensive stats here, leading the charge tonight, and definitely it's a no-brainer. And if we did have a vote, unfortunately we don't, but I guarantee you head coach Dan Bradley is going to contact me later on this evening and talk about some final stats, and we'll talk about it later on whenever the season's completely done, who's going to be in defensive, shall we say, MVP on this team. No doubt number 39, Declan O'Brien. He finished with 7 tackles, 4 for loss, and a sack, a forced fumble, and a fumble recovery. That forced fumble and the fumble recovery was on the same play. He forced the fumble, and the fumble falls 5-6 yards to the right, and somehow he magically pulls it out and gets the fumble recovery. A.J. Grinnan, big shout out to A.J. Total 6 tackles on the evening. Everywhere the ball was, he was there. Colton Gullo, 5 tackles, and Lucian Gagrick running out with 4 tackles on the evening. So, again, folks, final score here, 52-0. Wolverines breaking up a lot of historical records here. We will have a bunch of those records. Thad and I will have 2 weeks to prepare those records for you. But the first section title in 27 years. The first home playoff game, no doubt. The first time in 24 years. And then finally, folks, you can chalk it up, move on over 1925-44. They may be celebrating this one as well, as everybody shall be in Elwood City. The 3rd time since 1907 the Wolverines finish undefeated.
Awesome night, awesome season, and it is not over yet. 3 o'clock, 3:30 tomorrow. 3 o'clock, we'll have the bracketology. Also, check out our Facebook page. We'll have the link for the volleyball game tomorrow.
Free
That's
audio.
at 1 o'clock.
Yep, free audio
And,
broadcast
yes, free.
on Lawrence County Sports Network. NFHS pay-per-view, $11.99 a month. You can get it for the month. I recommend doing that because we'll be able to host the first game here, and we won't go on record yet, but we should be covering that one from what it looks like. But after that,
It's actually quite easier for us to cover through NFHS from a financial standpoint.
correct.
From a financial standpoint.
Which, talking about that financial standpoint-wise, we are selling
Rally towels.
Rally towels. So if you see some blue rally towels, if you'd like to have a couple more rally towels, we had a bunch of them made up. In fact, 250 of them through Venezi Sporting Goods, and they helped us out. We sped through it as fast as we can. We've got rally towels. They're $10 a piece. All proceeds will go to Elwood City Sports production for playoffs, and then any of that remaining money will come back into the booster program for Elwood City at the school. So it's not cheap, unfortunately, for football, but we're going to do our best, and we'll at least have the first round if we can do it, and then we'll move from there.
We say, can we do it? We want to do it.
Yeah.
It's just you have to get approval. So
Yes.
we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. With that, folks, is that everything, Brad?
Yep, that's everything.
On behalf of Dakota Marshall, the cameraman, Brad Windhorst, the man with the plan, the man knows all, the producer, puts a ton of time into this, folks. You have no idea. And myself, Thad Sturgeon. People ask, why do we do it? It's for the love of the game, the players that play it, the coaches that coach it, and the fans who love it. That is why we do it. Have a great weekend, everybody. Good night. Didn't I shoot to that one?